What's going on, Detroit Lions fans? Welcome back. Detroit Den 313 here with Steve. We got some breaking news, and this is breaking news, but not exactly surprising news. I talked about this yesterday in my episode. I told you guys Dan Campbell came out in his press conference, said that him and general manager Brad Holmes had sat down. They have talked about adding a quarterback to this team. It was going to happen either yesterday or today, so we're not shocked. Might be a little bit surprised by who it was, but we're going to talk about it. Jake Fromm, picked up by the Detroit Lions today, and I've seen some kind of mixed reviews on Twitter. A lot of people were wanting kind of a bigger splash and a bigger name just in case. And I'm gonna give you guys some stuff at the end. So stick around. I'll tell you exactly what Jake Fromm's role is going to be on this team. Before I really get into it, please hit that subscribe button. Help us out. We have a goal that we're trying to hit before kickoff, less than 4 weeks away. I don't want to keep it hammering or asking for subscribers, but it is truly appreciated. Jake Fromm picked up today by the Detroit Lions, coming from the Washington Commanders. He's kind of bounced around a little bit in his career. I'm pretty familiar with Jake Fromm. If you guys have ever watched the show Quarterback One on Netflix, he was featured on that. I can't remember what season it was. It was whatever year, his senior year of high school, whatever year that might have been. So that's kind of what I got a first look at him. Originally was committed to the University of Alabama, flip-flopped, went to Georgia, a rival instead, and kind of been just keeping some tabs on Jake Fromm. I mean, he went to a big college. I love college football. This was kind of before Georgia became what they are today, but former 4-star recruit coming out of high school. So this kid's a good athlete. He's a good football player. Drafted by the Buffalo Bills in round 5 back in 2020. He doesn't have a lot of experience, only played in 3 games, and that was back in 2021. So it's been a while, and it's a very, very small sample size. It's not a lot of experience, not a lot of reps. His stats aren't great. It's not sexy. I get it. So I can understand why some people on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, we're kind of hoping for a bigger splash, but I don't mind the sign at all. What I have to ask is he a better option than Nate Sudfeld? Right now, I'm not 100% sure. And as much as I've been bashing Nate Sudfeld, it's just the fact that I've seen Nate. I know Nate doesn't have much to offer. I don't think he's a good backup option, and I know that we're going to be talking about Fromm in the same role. This isn't exactly – if this is an upgrade, it's very, very, very marginal. We'd really have to sit down and dissect X's and O's. We'd have to do a lot of stuff with these two players to talk about who's the better quarterback. I'm just willing to give Jake Fromm more of an opportunity, if that makes sense. I'm not saying he's the saving grace or he's going to be the next Tom Brady or anything like that. I know we don't have that on our hands here. But what I need to figure out these next 2 weeks is a contingency plan. If something happens to Jared Goff and he gets hurt, who do I want coming into a game? Nate Sudfeld or Jake Fromm? Right now, I'm kind of just leaning towards Jake Fromm. So in that aspect, I love the signing. I think it's a very, very, very small marginal upgrade. I'm not out celebrating or buying jerseys or anything like that. I've seen some people who are ecstatic and love this. I'm kind of just on the fence. I'm 50-50. I don't think this changes much. It really doesn't change hardly anything at all. It really just kind of comes down to these preseason games, sharing some snaps with Sudfeld. We're going to talk about Hendon Hooker. If Hendon Hooker's cleared, I think we see a heavy dose of that. I don't know who's going to be the odd man out. I'd like to see Hendon Hooker get a whole half of football. I'd like that to be the first half with the number 2s. And then the second half, you can flip-flop. You can have Sudfeld or Jake Fromm do a quarter each. I don't know, but I think Hendon Hooker at least deserves some second-team reps and to give him a whole half since he was kind of cut short the other night. So this upgrade is very small. We're talking, like, in my opinion, fractions. Just because Jake Fromm doesn't have a lot of experience, his stats aren't great. He's just another guy to come in and compete, really. So what is his job going to be? on this Detroit Lions team. He's going to get some reps in preseason. He's going to get a look. He's going to get an opportunity, whether he makes the team or doesn't. This is a good opportunity for Jake Fromm to get some stuff on film and maybe get picked up by another team if that's the route the Lions decide to go. Or if we keep him, I think his main job will be just that emergency quarterback that we don't even want to see. We don't even want to think about Jake Fromm coming into a game. We just want to see Jared Goff all year. I don't even want to see Jared Goff in preseason. I know that's kind of being talked about and discussed. That all depends on how practice goes. But his main role, assuming he makes the team, is to just be that option, just be that backup option. But what I think his real job is going to be is just buying time for Hendon Hooker. I said the other day, and I'm standing by it, I don't think Hendon Hooker has earned quarterback 2 yet. I think he's well on the right path. He's in the right direction. He did a lot of nice things in the game the other night against the Giants. Looked athletic, made some good throws, made some good checkdowns, didn't force the ball, didn't make any mistakes. He did what I expected him to do. I just want to see more of it. I want to see more than really one drive. I know he played 2, but essentially it was really one drive. So I think that's what Jake Fromm's job would be if he makes this team, is just to keep buying time for Hendon Hooker to develop, get some more meetings under his belt, some more practice reps, just kind of being around. Jake Fromm's he's not taking anyone's job. He's not taking anyone's position. I know that's what his mindset is, hey, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to compete for quarterback too. I don't care who else is on the team. I know what position I'm fighting for, but looking at it from a fan's perspective and a content creator's perspective, I only want to see Jake Fromm really just sitting there and holding the clipboard and helping Hendon Hooker, helping him become a pro, maybe giving him some tips on some meetings. I think Hendon Hooker is way better of a quarterback. Hendon just needs a little bit more time. This is essentially Hendon's rookie year. He just needs a little bit more time to develop. All I want to see from Jake is just kind of being a body in a room. That's really it, guys. I'm not overly excited. I'm not panicked. This move has no negative repercussions for the Detroit Lions. This is low risk, even lower reward, if that makes sense. Like it's a good, smart move to just bring someone in, have some more options. It doesn't cost anything. We're not losing anything. Let these guys battle it out, and the film will tell itself. Ultimately, Jake Fromm, I just want to see him kind of holding that stopwatch for Hendon Hooker until he's ready, until Hendon Hooker can really take over that quarterback 2 role. When I'm ready to give that to him, I think it'll come. I think 2 more preseason games, I'd like to see Hendon Hooker, if he clears protocol, earn that quarterback 2 spot. He's on the right path, just a little bit more time. Jake Fromm, solid signing. Nothing overly exciting, guys. Leave some comments down below. Hit that like button. Stick around. Subscribe. I'll be back later with another show.